John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hey there, this is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert. I've spent time at FICO, which is the company behind the FICO credit scoring system, and Equifax, which is one of the three generally recognized credit reporting. Got a car coming. One of the three generally recognized credit reporting agencies in the United States. All right, so today I'm going to talk about not necessarily what a credit card issuer can report about you to the credit bureaus. I've actually done that video already if you want to check that one out. It's more of an entire inventory of things that can be reported. Today I'm going to talk about what are the most crucial and important things that a card issuer can report. So number one, it's vital that they report the account to your credit reports, period, in general, because not all credit card issuers do. If they don't report the account to the credit bureaus, it's a little bit like the tree falling in the woods. No one heard it, so no one cares about it. So the number one most important thing is that they report the account to the credit bureaus. Number two, the account opening date. The date opened of the account is used in a couple of metrics in both FICO and VantageScore's credit scores. The average age of the accounts. The number one way for a credit scoring model to determine the average age of your accounts, or not the number one way, the only way, is by taking the date open for all your accounts and then averaging the age of all your accounts that yields your average. If it happens to be the oldest account on your credit report, then the date opened kind of sets the date of birth of your credit report in a credit scores. So the date opened is very important. Credit limit, very, very important that the credit limit is reported because the credit limit is the metric that is used, or the value that's used when determining the revolving utilization ratio. Some people call it credit utilization. Some people call it the balance to limit ratio. It's all the same thing, but the formal term is revolving utilization. This is the relationship between the balance and the credit limits on your credit card accounts. Of course, if there's no credit limit reported, then it's hard to calculate the balance to limit ratio the appropriate way. Next, highest amount ever charged, or its highest balance ever. If your credit limit is not reported, then the highest balance ever is used in lieu of the credit limit for calculating the utilization percentage. Not the optimal way of having that metric calculated for you, because unless you've maxed out your card in the past, then the highest balance ever is not going to be as high as your actual credit limit. So you'd really actually rather prefer that your credit limit be reported rather than the missing credit limit and then the high balance in lieu of that value. Next, got to report the balance. Very important that the balance is reported, especially if you maintain a low balance on your credit card account. That's actually very helpful to your credit scores, both FICO and VantageScore. So you really do want the balance to be reported. And so I keep on saying you want it reported. They're going to report all this stuff. I'm just explaining what are the most important values that are reported and why are they important to your score. So those are all the actual values that are considered by credit scoring systems. The scheduled monthly payment is not considered. The date reported is not considered. So the only values that are considered in scoring systems are the ones that I just mentioned. All right, now let's talk about those narrative statements that appear on your account. So you may look at your credit report and you may see real estate mortgage, or credit card account, or account closed by consumer. So all of the different values that are reported are important, and some of those those textual statements that are reported by your card issuer, some of those are considered in credit scoring systems as well. Unfortunately, many or most of those are going to be considered as being negative. So if you have a credit card account and you have the text that reads something to the effect of account charged off, paid charge off, settlement accepted on this account, all those indicate some form of mismanagement and terminal delinquency on the account. So unfortunately, while those are going to be considered, they're going to be considered as being negative. And so that's it. That's all of the values that are considered in scoring systems. One last one that I just remembered before I go is the payment history. The payment history is the 7x12 two-dimensional grid of information on your credit card account. So it can it can capture up to 84 months, assuming your account is that old, 84 months of your credit history. And so the payment history of the account is going to be important. Is your account paid on time? Has it always been paid on time? Has it been paid late? If it has been paid late, how late has it been paid? All that stuff is important in your credit scores when it's being calculated. So if you have any other questions about what is considered the most important things that are reported by any of your creditors, whether they're credit cards or lenders, please drop them in the comment section below and I'll get to them. Thank you very much for watching and have a great rest of your day.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.